What's going on, you guys? Slumpy here. We're here with our first place winner from the Portland Regionals.
Sir.
What is your name and what did you play?
My name is Matt Chell. I played Swordsoul for the Portland Regionals.
Nice. So, what made you decide to play Swordsoul for this event?
It's just the deck I've been playing the longest, so it's just kind of what I was the most comfortable with. Because like the night before, I was trying to decide between like Despia or Swordsoul, and like played Despia like the whole day after not really testing it too much. And then on like the drive up, decided to just like default to Swordsoul, just because it's what I knew the best.
Yeah, well, nice. Is this your first regional top, second?
How many? Sir. First regional top, and it happened to be a win as well.
Nice, that's awesome. Well, before we get into the deck profile, we always like to do shout outs. What shout outs would you like to give out?
Well, shout out Slumpy, of course,
yes,
obviously. Shout out to TN for driving down and for helping me switch up a couple hand traps before I submitted my list, because he was absolutely right. Shout out to Connor, Joey, Juan, because I joked down with Joey and Juan as well, and yeah, I think that's about all I got. And Genesis, of course. Sorry, oops, yes, Genesis, Team Genesis. Shout out Genesis.
All right, bro. Well, let's go ahead and get to this deck profile.
Yeah, absolutely. So for the main, I think every like list is pretty standard now. In terms of like, I mean, obviously everything's just pretty cookie cutter. It's just like changing ratios on a couple of things and people's preferences. So for me, I always feel like there's like kind of like the change ratios on these. I've seen like either like 3 Ecclesia, 1 Taie, 2 and 2, or like 3 and 2. I just personally decided on 2 and 2, just because of the fact that like I felt like I didn't want to really brick on too many normal summons, and I felt like just having a like double Ecclesia in hand is just obviously like really bad every time. Because I mean, you have the 7 normal summons here, and then you have like the 3 emergence. So I just felt like you had enough access into getting your normal summon for your first turn. So yeah. For the Tenyis, I decided to max on all of them, and then play the 1 Chitana, and this card's cracked.
Wouldn't you the finals, right?
Absolutely. I just feel like these cards just give you like so much more like extending power. And they're really amazing for going second stuff. So like again, like it's changed. People change their ratios and stuff all the time. So like I said, I've seen 2 and 2 and stuff. So I just decided to max on them because this card's just insane for going third. I mean, sorry, not third, second. There we go. Yeah, and then this card's just amazing with Circle, specialing off Chitana when you have like an extra token on board and stuff like that. So yeah, I just thought this was the best lineup. For the hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Crow, 2 Veiler, and 3 Imperm. I mean, these cards are insane. I think, honestly, because I played a 42 card list, or 43 card list, sorry. I think I would have just taken these out, honestly, and just played a 41. Because originally before, like I said, I was writing my list, and TN actually told me, because these were originally 2 copies of Bell. And he told me, it's just like, don't play Bell, honestly. He's like, Bell's going to be really bad for you. And just play the 3 copies of Crow. So I just opted to switch it out instead of just making it a 41 card list, just for something that was like going to be really versatile across a lot of matchups. Except I never even saw this card once. I only ever drew it for turn, like after my opponent had already like made board or whatever. So I never actually used that card. So I would probably, like I said, just honestly cut him and make it a 41 card list.
Okay.
For the spells, 3 copies of Emergence, 3 Heavenly Dragon Circle, 2 Desires, 2 Vessel, Called By, and then the only trap is the Blackout. Again, really standard stuff. I think the only thing is like, I opted for 3 copies of this and then just the 2 copies of Vessel, just because I think this just gives you like so much more. I don't know if I want to say extending power. It just lets you play through hand traps like so much better, which is like kind of like my main issue, is because I feel like it was our first like big tournament after like the start of a new format. So I expected to play like against like some weird like rogue matchups, which I did, like definitely. And like I expected people to just be playing like a bunch of like different hand traps and stuff, because again, like start of a format, nobody really knows like what the established format is. Like people kind of have an idea, but yeah, I just basically expected a lot of hand traps, and I just never actually used this card to like dodge Imperms or Veilage, which was kind of fucking insane. But I think either way, I was just really strong. This I think is fine as a 2 of. I mean, I decided that every time I was going second, just because like it's really hard to get a normal monster to stick. So like I said, I decided that every time going second, and then yeah, I think it's just pretty standard there. So yeah, list was 43. Oops. For the extra deck, 3 copies of Monk, Shaman, Yazi, Crimson Blader, which is like the 1 flex spot, and I never actually was able to summon this. So I don't even know if I'd play it going forward. It was just kind of like the one card I just decided to throw in. Because, I mean, if you can resolve it, it's like really, really insane.
Yeah, plus it's good against like the Therion decks that are coming out.
Yeah,
and stuff,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah, because like the main thing I was like playing for was like mirror matches and Despia, and this is just like insane for both those matchups. So if it resolved, it would have been cool, but it never did. Berserker, double Baxia, double Shishao, Chaofeng, Long, Chenying, and Baron. I don't think I made Chaofeng once. It's really good, obviously. But yeah, just never actually came up.
Yeah.
And then the side deck, which was really pretty thrown together. Now, like looking back at it, I think there's definitely a lot I would have changed. I played 2 Nib, 2 Droll for like just like extra hand traps. I don't think I would have played this, and I think I would have just maxed this instead. I only ever resolved this once, and it was only because I drew into Nib Imperm. It was in the finals against ABC Therion. And he ended up making a board after it anyways, so I don't even know if I really want to play this too much. But this card I think is just really insane for just like straight out stopping your opponent, especially with like the Punk Therion deck just being really big, and that deck just needs to search a lot. So I think this is just like really insane for that. This was kind of spicy. Never actually saw it, but it was 3 copies of Anti-Magic Arrows, and then 2 Twister for just like kind of back row removal and back row hate. I mean, if you see this against like any back row matchup, like Eldritch or anything, I mean, you basically probably won the matchup.
Just like an auto win button, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, like, I mean, you go stand by main battle, everyone's just basically going to assume, like, evenly matched. And if they're not smart and they're not really thinking about this card, I mean, it's just so easy to, like, just lock them out of their back row and then just start Baxia spinning back their cards. And it's just, like, insane.
Especially because they'll be like, okay, when you enter battle and you're like, okay, start a battle phase.
Yeah, absolutely.
Player priority, like, here comes the
100%. Yeah, because, like, once you hit that, yeah, it's just, you're chilling. Because, I mean, like, most people would just expect, like I said, evenly. So they're, like, if they're not smart, like I said, they're just waiting until you evenly and then just start trying to like use some of their cards and stuff there. So yeah, it was just really good. Twister was insane. It was like one of the actual like few side cards I actually saw like through the entire tournament. And I think this was just really good. Helped me out anti-spell, so needed that. And then I played 3 copies of anti-spell because this card's insane, but I never actually saw it. And 3 copies of rivalry. Saw it, and it wasn't very good. Like all my side deck, I think, like I said, going back, I would change this. I wouldn't play these. I would play D-Barriers 100% just because I don't think this card's actually like that insane compared to that. And I would take out the Nibs. But other than that, I think it was really good. This was like, it came up in my Despia matchup. So I think that was really strong in that matchup. But yeah, I think that's about all I got.
Yeah, well, nice, bro. Well, how does it feel to top your first regionals and that first top
Amazing.
Becoming a win?
No, it's great. Like, finally got my first regional, so that always feels really good. Gotta try and play for like a second and stuff now, or like an actual premier top, so that'll be fun. Yeah, no, it was pretty solid.
What were your matchups like? Like, what did you have to play against throughout the day?
Oh, they were so weird. Like I heard like Tristan's profile and stuff too, and like yours, and like I heard what your guys' matchups were, and I was like, mine were nothing like that. Like, I only played against 2 Despia and 2 Swordsoul. I had a Mermail matchup in there.
Oh wow.
Pendulum. I had an Adventure Striker in, I think that was like the 4th round. And then ABC Therion in the finals. Shout out Jordan Anchor.
Yeah. So what are some like notable things that happened like throughout the event?
Ooh, here we go. No, the finals, playing against Jordan Anchor. I bricked game 3, opened Shatana, Adhara, DD Crow, Imperm, Ash. So I made a monk, set an Imperm past, did some plays. He Foolish the Water Enchantress. I crowed it. Resolved a Union Hanger because I decided not to ash it. I don't know why. Set up a Phoenix. Popped my Imperm. Made a Buster Dragon. Went to battle phase. Phoenix attacked into the monk. Shatana banished. Special back. Pop ABC Buster Dragon. He passed on that, and I top decked into an Ecclesia and OTK him on the next turn. So I felt really bad because he forgot what Shatana did and
ended up getting 9.
Kind of sucked a little bit to have to have won it that way, but I mean, I couldn't have been more happy to get my first regional top.
Nice. Were there any other notable regional rounds at all for you? Like, was there any like cool plays that you saw or anything that was like notable for you?
Nothing too crazy that I can think of off the top of my head. I think the DD Crows were crazy, and like I played a mirror match in it was the 5th round. I was able to set up like basically like full Swordsoul board. And obviously, like going second, like the 10Us are really good for helping to try and like basically just break through that. But in my opening hand, I'd also open double crow.
Oh, wow.
Every time he was trying to like get any of his 10Us in the graveyard, like he ended up putting in a Shun in the graveyard and a Shaitan in the graveyard and stuff. And I was able to just get rid of both of those. So it was really pretty crazy.
Especially on top of a board, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, so I had long, Shishao, blackout. Yeah, it was loaded.
All right, bro. Well, thank you so much for the deck profile. What events are we going to be seeing you at in the future here soon?
Probably nothing crazy. Any regionals if they come up towards the Pacific Northwest. Outside of that, definitely Pasadena YCS. And,
Yep.
That's all I can think of going into through the year.
Nice. Well, congratulations, bro. I mean, I've been seeing you grow ever since the start, bro. We used to be teammates. You know, we test all the time. We always theories. So I'm really proud of you, man. Congratulations, and hope to see for you more.
Appreciate it.
All right. This is Slubby slipping out. Thank you, guys.